I'm here for another 7 hours.
It sounds like a lot of work, but you know what?
I got two kids and a bunch of problems.
Listen, it's a compliment. It's a compliment. The England 3 Lions. Come on, man. The 3 Lions here.
You don't even believe in them.
I do believe in them.
Come on.
I believe in Jude Bellingham. I've been all in on England all tournament.
Okay, are you all in on the Giants too?
I'm all in on the youth movement.
Okay.
If Farhan talked about the youth movement, how about this vote of confidence?
Yeah, you always hope that you can move in that direction. We've talked a lot about wanting to give some of our young players coming up opportunities and adding athleticism to the roster. And one of the best ways to do that is to have your young guys come up and earn roles. And, as much as anything, it's just a vote of confidence in those guys. And, Matos and Fitz in particular, they're guys who have been a little bit on the sort of up and down shuttle between here and Sacramento, and hopefully this is an opportunity for them to feel like they don't have to look over their shoulder and continue, a lot of the positives that we've seen with them. So,
yeah, you know what? We're starting to shut down the Sacramento shuttle. We are. The patch on the side with the Chevrolet, and last year was Cruise, but it should have been Amtrak, right? Because there was just shuttling everybody back and forth to Sacramento. Well, this year the Sacramento shuttle's damn near out of business. There's nobody on that ride because now we got the youngsters with the Giants. And Giants fans, you know what? Brandon Cadiz says this on YouTube. This is great. This is a good one here. This is Farhan's pivot, don't panic moment. He pivoted to the full youth movement. He pivoted off of Austin Slater. He pivoted off of Nick Ahmed. And guess what? Mike Krzyzewski, you're on alert, buddy. High alert. You're on notice. He will pivot off you in a heartbeat if you don't start hitting the baseball. Because Conforto's hot right now. He's going all in on the youth movement. You see Matos, you see Ramos, you see Fitzgerald, you see Wisely. Listen, man, I like this. I like this a lot. And they're helping you win games. We see a lot more. Look, what does Wisely and Fitzgerald bring to the table? What have we been complaining about all season long with the Giants, Spinoti?
Athleticism.
There you go. No speed. Yeah. Speed kills. And all of a sudden, you got the speed on the base pass, and they're causing havoc here. So we're going with the youth movement. Ramos, Matos, Fitz, Wisely. They're young. They're bringing speed to the table. I like what I'm seeing right now. I like what I'm seeing. Now, can you get into the break over 500? The boost of confidence. If you get the 500 before the All-Star break, you win 2 or 3 against the Blue Jays, you win 2 or 3 against the Twins. Let's roll, baby.
And it's cool because I'm kind of rooting for that in the lineup now, and that's kind of what you want, right? You want the young guys to be taking the load off of guys like you brought in who you thought was going to be big helpers, big boppers. He's been playing better. Jorge Soler, obviously. Not having the type of year that I think he envisioned, but it's still, he's playing better, right? Matt Chapman, who's always been a streaky player, so I wouldn't be surprised if he started getting really hot.
Yep.
That's just what
he's played well this year. I got no problem with him.
You know what you get with Matt Chapman, and real quick with him, you get consistency defensively. And I think a lot of people are scoffing at that heading into the season. It's like, oh, great. He's a good glove, and he'll hit some bombs occasionally, and he'll be a career 248 or about 240. Yeah, but I think we scoff at that. That's like a pretty big commodity to have. Just having a guy that could be consistent behind the bag and not throw errors constantly, that's going to get you big outs and big moments, especially for a guy who's been the best pitcher for the Giants last couple of years, and a sinker ball guy in Logan Webb, who has a lot of ground ball outs constantly. You want a guy like Matt Chapman back there to be helping you consistently like he's been doing all season long. So you want the young guys in the starting lineup, but in the starting rotation, you want to lean on those vets.
Yeah.
And that's what hopefully you're going to get going forward here with Blake Snell. Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. You've already seen with Logan Webb, who's going to be an all-star this year. If you can get Alex Cobb back, if you can get Robbie Ray back, take some pressure off guys like Kyle Harrison, off guys like Hayden Birdsong, right? Jordan Hicks, who's basically a first time. He's a rookie in a way because this is his first time being a starter.
Well, this is why Robbie Ray's important.
Yes.
Because if Robbie Ray comes back and he's giving you 5 to 6, and you have Logan Webb and you have Blake Snell, that's your top 3. You can go Birdsong. You figure Alex Cobb, when he gets back, he's going to be in a rotation. That's just he's been a starter his whole career, basically. You figure he's going to be back in a rotation. Hey, man, listen, he pitched well last season. As your 4th starter, not bad. So now you got to figure out who's going to be that 5th starter.
Remember when Alex Cobb was going to be the guy to recruit Shohei Ohtani?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Because he was teammates with him at the Angels. Funny.
Yeah, that's going to work out well. It did work out well.
Shohei's been amazing, by the way.
It did work out well. But that 5th starter now with Birdsong, Harrison, and Jordan Hicks.
Yeah.
Now I got a decision to make. And I think the decision should be, if I was making a decision, and I'm not qualified to do it, but this is Sports Talk Radio, I would slot Jordan Hicks in one of those 7th, 8th inning roles.
I'm not a GM, even though I'd love to be one.
Yeah, I would love to be one too. Especially after watching Hard Knocks and New York Giants.
Oh, you love that.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know, who's the GM over there in New York?
What's his name? Joe.
Was it Schoen or something?
Schoen or someone, whatever his name is. Interesting cat. But I'm putting Jordan Hicks in that bullpen. I'm adding him to the bullpen. And look, we know Luke Jackson's been driving us crazy. But I want Jordan Hicks in that bullpen. So then you have a decision to make. What do you do with Birdsong and Harrison? What do you do with those guys? I don't think it's a vote. I don't think if you move Harrison or Birdsong to the bullpen, and right now Birdsong is better than Harrison, I don't think you take away his confidence, Kyle Harrison, if you put him in the bullpen. This is for this season. He's going to be a starter going into 2025. Birdsong will be a starter going into 2025. It's not the end of the world for Kyle Harrison if Farhan and Bob Melvin say, hey, look, we need you as a lefty specialist in the bullpen. Or, hey, we just need you in the bullpen. And can you eat up 2 innings?
And you'll have opportunities elsewhere because there'll be an injury stint somewhere.
Exactly.
You'll have to be slotted in somewhere. There's going to be an extra rest day or something. We want you to be a spot starter here. So I think it's easier for guys like that who are younger. Now, how does that affect their confidence level?
I think it's fine. You're helping the team win. Well, you're helping the team win.
For a guy like Kyle Harrison, I think it is more potentially detrimental to his confidence than a guy like Birdsong, who's only had 3 starts, right? If I'm Kyle Harrison, I'm the local kid. I'm obviously a first-round pick. I'm supposed to be this next big hotshot guy. Hasn't really lived up to the hype, and now you kind of want me to go back to the bullpen. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that.
Well, David Price got called up with the Tampa Bay Rays way back when. And by the ALCS, he was closing games. He was in that pen. As long as you could sell it like this. Hey, look.
That's David Price, though.
David Price. Well, Kyle Harrison got hyped like he was David Price. Wait, I asked Willard and Shaz a couple years ago. Kyle Harrison straight up from Shohei? Knowing he's a free agent? They said, hell no. We're keeping Kyle Harrison. That was from Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, boy, we must have got something here with Kyle Harrison.
In hindsight, that was foolish.
Willard said that in Shaz game. I'm not putting words in your mouths. You guys said that. It's on wax. But I don't think it's just, listen, if the Giants are winning and you're saying, hey, Kyle, we already have an innings limit with you. We want to keep you fresh. You're in our long-term plans. You're going to be a starter for us for the foreseeable future. For this season, though, however, we got a shortage of bullpen arms. We're trying to get to the wild card and just get to the dance. Because if we get to the dance, we feel like we have a shot. I'm going to move you to the bullpen. You're going to still pitch in high-leverage situations. You're going to be a bridge guy. But this way, we can really limit your innings. We don't have to overuse you. And I think he'll understand that. He goes from a winning program at De La Salle. He knows what time it is. This guy is a winner. He's a winner. I don't think it'll affect his confidence one iota. I think Kyle Harrison would be just fine if they decided to go that route with him.
I do think it's going to be interesting how his next start goes. And is he scheduled to pitch against the Twins, I'm assuming, right? Upcoming. So
that could be dangerous.
That could be tough. And again, like, that's why it's kind of in a tricky spot right now. You want to have his mentals going right heading into the All-Star break, Monte, because if he gets shelled against the Twins, and then
his confidence
is like, okay, I don't know where I'm at with this rotation. You're getting all these guys back. Am I going to get lost in this shuffle and stuff like that? So that is what you don't want. Yep. But that's why I think it's incumbent on Bob Melvin. Might want to have a quick hook with this kid. You don't want to let it seep in. Listen, you have some vets coming in, and Bob knows this. He's had so many different revolving doors when he was in Oakland, when he's all those egos in San Diego. Like, he understands this, and I think that's where you're going to lean on the knowledge of a Bob Melvin. I'm not so sure how Kapler would have handled it. That's why I think getting a guy like Bob Melvin, who does have that experience with a lot of egos and young pitchers, especially, just think of all the young guys he had. Yeah. Sonny Gray, right? Phenom with the A's back then. Sean Manaea, very highly touted prospect back in the day with Oakland. All the different names, but he had guys like Scott Kazmir who were redemption projects. So he had to juggle all that sort of stuff. I think Bob knows what he's doing when it comes to that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. So I don't think it's going to destroy his confidence whatsoever. And it's a good problem to have. You can never have too much pitching. And then maybe you can start dangling some guys. We'll see. Maybe you ask Vlad Jr. not to leave San Francisco. You just say, hey, just stay here. Your team's selling anyway. The Blue Jays have sell written all over them. They're going to be selling left and right. Why would they
sell their face of their franchise, though?
They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but I'd rather not go anywhere and have my guy. Like, this is the same thing with Steph Curry. Like, I'm not trading Steph Curry and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the difference is Steph Curry's got 4 banners.
Okay. But Vlad's my
Jr.'s
guy.
got a playoff
Vlad's the
appearance.
face of a country right now, though, for baseball.
Not really.
For baseball, there's only one team, Bonte. The Montreal Expos are gone.
I mean, whatever. It's a hockey town. Well, it may even be a basketball
country.
town.
They haven't won crap in 30 years.
Since 1993.
I'm pretty sure there's minor league hockey teams that carry more weight in Toronto than Vlad Jr.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto Raptors are more popular.
Vlad Jr. is the biggest athlete they have in that country right now.
No,
Connor McDavid? Is that the other one? Come on.
I think Connor McDavid's a little bit bigger in Canada than Vlad Jr.
Stop. You don't mean that. You don't. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give you a pass.
In America, no one might care about hockey, which isn't true.
I'm gonna give you a pass.
This is Canada, Spadoni. They take hockey to a different level.
I know you don't like the Canadians. Hey, listen.
Is it Dylan Brooks?
Connor McDavid is twice the star Vlad Jr. is. Twice the star.
Well, you know who's going to be twice the star of Connor McDavid? It's going to be Macklin Celebrini. So I'll tell you that right now.
Well, he's playing in San Jose.
That's right.
And he's
going to be playing for Team Canada, and he's going to be a captain.
We're talking about who's the biggest star in Canada.
Macklin Celebrini,
who's the biggest star right now? I bet you Kawhi Leonard is still a bigger star in Toronto than Vlad Jr. He hasn't played there since 2019.
Please.
Come on, man.
Come on.
And now,
he
has arbitration.
I'm saying all that to say, Bonte, I don't think it would be a wise move, but they could sell him.
I think they're selling. I think he's going to force the issue. He wants to win. You're not winning up there. You're not winning anytime soon. Not with the Orioles in that division. Not with the Yankees in that division. The Red Sox in that division. And the Tampa Bay Rays.
It's a cushy spot to be in. If you get paid and you're going to be the guy, then the expectations aren't going to be that high.
So you want to just be the guy and just lose?
Worked for Joe Mauer with the Twins for a long time. I know he was a homegrown guy, but
Yeah, I could see Vlad could move. Oh, by the way, you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HU.